Short week. This is our only day in pads, so wanted to make sure that we got an awful lot out of it. I'll say very spirited practice, very spirited, a lot of emotion out there on the practice field. I think there were an awful lot of positive things. I mean, we got an opportunity to get some good on good. And we got an opportunity to get an awful lot of scout team looks where we got an opportunity to practice a lot of Cincinnati's looks. So it's hard when you get into a short week because you got to wedge everything into a smaller amount of time. So there's that much more of a sense of urgency to get everything done. But I thought it was a productive practice in a lot of respects, and I look forward to getting them out there tomorrow and kind of see what kind of progress we've made. But the team stuff got pretty intense going against each other.
Skip saw Durden working with the first team defense at corner. Is that something that could carry over Saturday, or just getting a look?
It could. I mean, again, we're kind of in a, just as we did the quarterbacks a week ago when we've got a couple people competing for a position, we roll them out there and we let them compete every day. I mean, and it's not fair to have one go all the time with the ones and the other one with the twos. So we roll them and we mix them up, and we've got some competitions going on. This is an evolving process, especially with some of the young guys right now. And so I think as a football team, we're just trying to continue to get better. I talked about it in the press conference yesterday about I think we're making some strides. We're a lot better today as a football team in our run fits and our front seven and what we're doing against the run, but we're not where we need to be in the secondary. And there needs to be some position battles going on back there with some of the uncontested deep balls that we gave up. So right now, Durden is in the mix. Trayvon Griffin got a lot more work today, and we'll just continue to let him compete back there during the week, and then find out who's going to play in the game Friday.
Durden's a guy, just by the sheer logistics of who you lose right now, could be a starter in the spring, could be competing to be a starter in the fall.
Yes.
We haven't seen a lot of him on the field. Was there one thing that's been holding him back or keeping him from getting on the field beyond just having senior starters ahead of him?
No, I think with his he's very talented, but I think just as far as his intensity, his knowledge of the defense, and understanding it, I think he's a very talented young man. I'd like just to see his focus and his intensity increase a little bit more. And I think as that continues to increase, he has the talent to be the type of corner that we're looking for. You know, I talked about it again the other day. I don't mind somebody getting beat physically as long as they're there. You know, and I thought he made a great attempt at the ball that was thrown into his zone
on the
diving catch. You know, the young man made a great play. I can deal with those mistakes. Those don't bother me. It's the lackadaisical mistakes. It's the lack of focus mistakes. And those are the things that I'd like to see him continue to improve on. If he can continue to do that, yeah, I think he could be a very talented corner because he does have talent.
I want to ask you about punt returner. I know it's not a position you've gotten what you want from.
Exactly.
I think it's 3 or 4 muffs you've gotten from Terrence now. Does it just say a lot about the other options that he keeps getting chances to go back there and downfield punts?
Well, we've put Andre Davis back there, and that's where he got his ankle rolled up a couple weeks, and he's not quite as excited to run with the ball back there since he got his ankle rolled up in the punt return. You know, Evan Landy has been a guy that's been a solid choice to catch it for us. We know that he's going to field the ball, but he's been out for about the last 5 or 6 weeks. Victor Mark's a guy that did it last year that we started working with a little bit more, and then he breaks his finger. I mean, so he's not really an option back there anymore. So it is one of concern. I mean, it is definitely one of concern. You know, the other guy that's caught punts back there for us really all year has been Ken Durden, and he would be another guy that would be a choice and an option. He just hasn't done it in a game. But it is one of frustration right now that we can't get somebody to field a punt on a consistent basis.
Right. You always talk about the first thing in that position is securing the ball.
Field it. I mean, and then we'll worry about getting when we need to after it. And that's, you know, obviously I think it's pretty well known that Terrence is the one that gives us the big play potential once he gets the ball under his arm. But that's why with his injury a year ago, that's why guys like Evan Landy went back there. That's why this year Andre Davis has gone back there some to make sure that we can solidify the catch. But again, that has been a rotation or a rolling position with a lot of injuries that have shown up at that position as well.
The plan to still be Mitchell on Friday, right?
Mitchell or Durden right now would be the ones. And then Evan Landy is starting to come back. I mean, he's coming back off of that ankle, so he could even be a possibility predicated on how his ankle feels.
Any change to the guys that you didn't think you would have? Legist, Hopkins, Mark?
Mark's
Mark's out there. Victor, yes. Legis, no. Hopkins, no. Popek, Estenor, yeah, going through everything, going well. Tevin Mims, first couple of days of the groin, fine. He's out there practicing right now. I think most of Andre Davis and DeVario Montgomery were the two that weren't very well publicized last week, that they didn't practice until Thursday. And again, I have a rule that you can play, but kind of as needed, because I have found that as people have not practiced during the course of the week, they normally don't play at the level you would like for them to play. And so it's nice to see them getting a full week of practice out there.
Did Mark break that finger early in the game, late in the game? I mean, to where he was still catching passes afterwards? Or trying to catch passes?
You said that.
And did you know about the injury when it happened?
Yeah, I mean, he hurt his finger. The extent of it and all that, I wasn't sure at the time. But he played through it, and he's out there practicing through it. You know, he's just limited with what he can do with it. But even now, he favors it a little bit, you know, and that he's always going to carry the ball in the offside arm, just because he doesn't like that hand up there. And it's a pretty significant break, nor would I. You know, and I applaud him for what he's fighting through right now with a little bit of the pain that he's going through last two games to stay on the field and play. So I know it's certainly not a toughness issue or a lack of effort, or, I mean, really, I appreciate what he's going through right now to try and stay on the field.
Thanks, Coach.